Hello, and welcome back to another stream of Pokemon Legends Arceus Live. My name is Ectric, and we're here in yet another stream where we will be trying to continue our quest of completing and perfecting the Pokedex. It is going to be a long-term goal. We're just going to kind of chill as I, use Aerial Ace 25 times on a Pokemon and, watch it get hit by a move 13 times in on another move for another Pokemon. It's a bunch of just random stuff. It's not going to be too difficult or anything like that, but it's just going to be fun to be able to chat while I do some of these more mundane tasks. So I hope you are excited for it. If you are, consider liking and subscribing to the channel so you can catch every single stream of every series that we do as they come out. But regardless, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Ghost Angel, for being here before the stream even started. And welcome in Connor and Mental. Thank you so much for joining. Hope all of you are having a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Hopefully it was a fun one. Hopefully there was some good relaxation going on, and you are getting ready for the week ahead. I just want to give want to give me a Spiritomb because I'm playing Arceus and I'm not collecting wisps. I don't know if I have extra right now, but if I find an extra one, I can send it over to you, Hayden, for sure. But thank you so much for joining, everyone. And we've got ourselves a like goal. Let's see if we can't get to it. Let's try and get to 15 likes, everyone. We're also going to see if we can't get any shinies while we're doing this. Probably not going to get any, but, who knows? It's possible. Let's see. So, Rowlet's perfected. We need to do Roost another 10 times on Dartrix. 5 more Strong Styles and 7 more Agile Styles. So we'll do that next. There we go. And we can go over here to do it. And we'll do the outbreak while we're at it. Why not? Def getting a shiny? We shall see. It's not impossible, especially because I'm going to be doing an outbreak right now. But it's less likely when you're not doing a bunch of outbreaks over and over and over again, which I will not be doing. I'm just going to be kind of using Pokemon moves and such. Trying to see if we can't, feed Pokemon or catch them while they're sleeping, that kind of thing. I'm going to stay for the stream. I'm here, my profile pic is literally the Shiny Charm. Well, if I don't get a Shiny with the Shiny Charm themselves in the chat, then I don't know what's going on. My luck must be really bad. But what am I doing? It's way up here. I don't have it marked correctly. Alright. Let's warp. Gotta use me as your shiny luck. Well, I will hope for the best, and I appreciate all of the shiny luck you will be bringing me. Let's see if we can't get it. Alright. No, leave me alone. Stupid Pokemons. So how's everyone doing? I have had a jam-packed weekend. Went to 6 open houses this weekend. Absolutely brutal. We are putting in an offer on another house. This one is actually going to be a little bit of a fixer-upper. It's a little bit, smaller than we've been looking at, and we're looking to hopefully get it because it's a little bit lower price because it's needs a little bit more work. Hoping to get it because we're gonna be able to overbid more than we have been in the past, and then hopefully that'll mean we end up catching or end up catching it. Okay. Get back here. There we go. Blue Hedgehog Man, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you're doing well. Also, no shinies. That's okay. And yeah, we were doing some open houses. We went to 1 on Friday, 4 on Saturday, yesterday, and then 1 again today. And the one that we're putting an offering on is the one we went to today. There were some good ones, and then there were some not so good ones. I'd say the one on Friday was like fine. It was just a bit small and too expensive for the amount of space we were going to be getting. And that one has already sold. It was sold the day after we went to see it, and before like the second open house, I think. It went absolutely insanely quickly. And then the first one we went to on Saturday. It was on a super busy road that was like really, really difficult to even get to. There was like no parking, and then it was just like way too difficult to get to. It wasn't worth it for us, so we ended up not wanting to go for that one. Second one was very, very nice and large, but it unfortunately was too expensive, and it was also like we would have had to get flood insurance because it was like within 100 feet of like a river. Third one I really liked, but it was again expensive. There were apparently already 30 offers in by the time we got there, so it would have been a absolute it would have been so competitive to try and put an offer in on that one. And then you also had to it was like in a cul-de-sac, which was really nice, but the rest of it was like surrounded by like busier roads, so it would have been hard to like to be able to go like running or walk a dog or something like that. I'm constantly grump at the moment, working and playing video games. I may or may not have to get ACL surgery. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Hayden. That sucks. I hope that you start feeling better soon. It definitely not a fun thing to have happen. But I hope that you start feeling better, and I hope that we are able to provide some distraction for you. Caught that entire mass outbreak of Bronzongs? Oh yeah, I caught all of the outbreak. For sure. Oh dang, that did a lot. Oh, it was a crit, that's why. Alright, we roost. Beautiful. I've trained my shiny Arceus to be the literal best SV Raidmon. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Also, welcome back, Rose. Good to see you. Maybe you should check housing offers in Michigan. It's a bit of a hike for my wife to get to work, unfortunately. I'm a little bit more flexible with that kind of thing, but unfortunately, she is very well. It's not unfortunate. She's very fond of her work though, and needs to be in commutable distance, and she can't like work from home or anything like that. Oh, this snow is actually perfect because it's doing small chip damage to us. Pennsylvania. Honestly, like, I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to living in Pennsylvania. It's kind of like, as long as I was on like the east coast of Pennsylvania, it'd be actually somewhat close to like my family. But again, we're kind of for the near term in this area. Zed, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Can we get some links for both Zed and Mental? Sorry, Mental, I forgot to plug your channel earlier, but go check out both of their channels. They do some awesome stuff. Really give them a shot because they are some incredible content creators. Max HP and max special attack with the plate to make judgment, and that type he gets Calm Mind, Acid Spray, and Recover. Dang, that is an OP moveset. How's your night going? It is going quite well. We just got started. I'm using a bunch of like roosts and such to be able to get a perfected Pokedex entry for Dartrix. And then other than that, we're just kind of chilling and chatting. Talking about the house that I put an offer in on tonight. How's your progress in Tears of the Kingdom coming along? So far we've gotten one of the temples done. But I'm kind of taking it slowly, so since then I've gotten some shrines and stuff like that, and gone to more towers and such. I'm planning on like basically doing more shrine hunting and tower hunting and stuff like that before I attempt to go for more temples. Make it a bit easier to take on the final bosses. Hey, thank you so much, you two, for plugging each other's channels. Definitely go check out both of them. Some lovely, lovely people. Done collabs with both of them. It's fun times. Speaking of, Mental, we got to do some Minecraft sometime soon, and Zed, we got to do a Pokemon Emerald race at some point, or Ruby Sapphire rather. I think we had said we would do Ruby Sapphire, but either way, we got to get it done. Oh, there you go. Yeah, speaking of collabs, exactly, Mental. And Dazzling, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. Alola. Ruby Sapphire, for sure. Yeah, I'm excited. I know Chev and I just started an Emerald versus, but I am a Gen 3 fanatic, so I can't get enough of the game, so don't worry about it. I'd be down for either, slash both. I'd be down. Yeah, I'm down for collabs galore. Just gotta find the time is the only thing. But luckily, I think I'm getting into a bit more of a a more consistent schedule for the time being. Granted, that might get thrown completely out the window the second I get an acceptance on a house offer, but for the time being, it's looking like we might I might have like a pretty regular schedule at the very least, so be easier to you know, do some collabs. You saw Zed stream today? I did not. What happened? Been really hankering to get on the Minecraft server, but I've been catching up with graphic design commissions. Ah, yes, I'm definitely down to do Minecraft. I haven't played it in a while, so I'm excited for it. Metal and Zed are awesome, though I do believe I'm subbed to them. Awesome! Good to hear, Hayden. Definitely give them some love if you have not already. Just finished a banner design for the Pink Dungeon. Ooh, nice. I have to check it out. Dog Games, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Another content creator. Go check out Dog Games if you have not already. Do some fun variety streaming. Alright, heal up real quick. Peter, welcome. Good to see you. How are you? So glad to see everyone. I always, you know, get really sad when I have to, when I don't get to stream for a while. I'm always like itching to get back the second I get a free moment to be able to stream. And you know, it's always like Thursday and Friday are bad for me to be streaming, and then Saturday I'll like always want to, but I'll end up being like really tired or something like that. Like yesterday I was like really headachy and stuff like all afternoon yesterday after we got home from the open houses and stuff. So ended up deciding to go to bed early just to feel better. Good, you? Awesome. Glad to hear it, and I am doing well. Thank you for asking. There we go. Had her new YouTube banner I made, and she has it up now. Ooh, I'll have to check it out then. Awesome. Made a new meme on my own. Nice! I am not much of a meme maker, but when I do, they're not that good. Starting to lean more towards memes for videos and gaming for streams. Oh, okay. I see. That's kind of interesting. I've never really tried making meme videos. Although I probably should post some of the the commercials I've made in the past, because like there's been a couple that I've made that I should just post as like standalone stuff. Like they've always been like intro moments and stuff. I know I posted the one that was for Star Wars Battlefront, the Executioners one, as a short. But the other ones are too long to be made into shorts, and I can't really cut them down. But I want to post them. Maybe I'll just post them as regular videos, like standalone videos. It's a thought. I also updated my YouTube banner. It's just a simple temporary one. I need to update my banner because it's got really inaccurate information of my schedule. Alright, strong style. I'm a meme mastermind, so if you want to collaborate some ideas, I can absolutely help out. Well, I appreciate that. I'd definitely be down to do some collabs. I don't know about specifically meme stuff, but if you want some help with, or want to collab on meme stuff, I could bring my very limited knowledge on the subject. Alright, I think that should be good for Dartrix. Yep, Dartrix is done. Now we go on to Decidua. Triple Arrows, Leaf Blade, Leaf Storm. Alright. Oh, nope, not that. This. Change moves. Triple Blades in place of Aerial Ace. Leaf Blade in place of Magical Leaf. Leaf Storm in place of Air Slash. Confirm. Beautiful. Funny you mentioned that, Ectric. I got a new banner in the works for you right now. Oh, well, thank you so much. Yeah, I've for the most part, I really like having the banner have like all of the different logos and stuff, just because it's like, it's really just like I use it as a collage of like all the entire history of my channel. So the way I've done it in the past, and maybe at some point I'll change it up to be a bit more sleek and less cluttered. But for now, I kind of like it the way I have it. But the way I usually do it is I'll put whatever logo of whatever series I've done, and then I'll put some sort of like inside reference to something that happened during that series. So, for example, in the I'm trying to think of one that. Oh, in the Pokemon Moon FIFO Lock series that I did, that's where I had the Alomomola and I decided to, and I made that as like my inside reference. So there's an Alomomola with like a crown on it that says VP on it. So that's like the inside reference for that series. And then there's that same thing for every series that I've done. So when we play Pokemon Let's Go, I played, yeah, actually Zed and I did a race in Pokemon Let's Go. It was a lot of fun. I haven't played in a while though, and I don't have it downloaded on my Switch right now, unfortunately. Rod, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Lovely to see you as always. Hope you're doing well. Yes, exactly. Like Shiny Fletchling. Honestly, I should add the references to the live streams, especially. I only recently started adding live stream logos. I put them on the top and the bottom, so they're a little bit harder to see. But I should definitely do those more often and add in the references and such. I'll be meeting Pink Dungeon, What the Pack, and Player Zero as well IRL. Oh, nice! That sounds like fun. Is that at the thing in I think it was Grand Rapids, like the convention in Grand Rapids you were talking about? Or is that a different thing? I did enjoy Legends Arceus, but I'd rather have Wi-Fi battles for me. I'm not a fan of catching as a hobby. Fair enough. Completely fair. I am much more of the mindset of doing, like, catching and, you know, completionist, like, filling out the Pokedex, that kind of stuff. So this game is definitely up my alley. But I definitely get it if you're more of a competitive person. This one's probably not the best one for that kind of thing. Also, my Decidueye keeps hitting me in the face with triple arrows. JFAX next week. Oh, nice. Awesome. Well, have fun. That sounds like an awesome time. Wish I could have gone, but alas. No PTO because of the wedding. With the release of the Mario movie, do you think they should make a new Legend of Zelda movie? If so, what game? I mean, I'm not opposed to them making a Legend of Zelda game, and I think that, honestly, maybe something about, like, the Calamity would be really cool. Not necessarily, like, the Breath of the Wild story, but, like, the story of how he got to the point where he had to go to sleep for 100 years, that kind of thing. Or, like, a story of, like, where it starts with the end of Breath of the Wild and, like, shows them, like, rebuilt. Well, no, that's not really that interesting a story, but some sort of, like, more lighthearted in-between story about after Breath of the Wild, before Tears of the Kingdom, that kind of thing. I feel like that could be fun. There we go. Bam, 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 bam. I just shiny hunt and Let's Go. I love shiny hunting in Let's Go. It's so much fun. So satisfying. Yeah, Ocarina of Time probably would be the one that they would go with, just because it's like the most famous one, but I'd love to... I mean, they might go with Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is also very famous. Completed the Pokedex as a chore for me. It was chore enough to complete in Violet. 999 coins to evolve Gimme Goal. True, true. It definitely can sometimes be chore-like. I kind of enjoy the tedium, just because it's like lower stress, but it's also like you have to put in some effort to get it done, even if it's tedious effort. And I like being able to, like, you know, feeling the satisfaction of having completed it. But I definitely get it if you're like not, if it's too tedious. Just choked on air. If it's too tedious, then it would probably not be as fun. I definitely get that. Scorn Abomination, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Good to see ya. Hope you're doing well. There's still a silent princess in Zelda's study. Oh, the flower? That's cool. Let's go Agile style. I will now continue to lurk and watch Star Trek Lower Decks. Oh, good series. Love Lower Decks. I haven't seen, like, the end of the second season or anything like that, but I've watched, like, maybe a season and a half, I think. Love that show. If you're a fan of Lower Decks, I highly recommend the Orville, if you haven't already seen it. It is a great time. Any other mods who are available want to lend to my hand? Oh yeah, if anyone has Let's Go available and ready to do a touch trade for a Zapdos with Xavier, hopefully you'll be able to help him out. Unfortunately, I'm not able to, and I don't think Mental is either. I just finished season 1 of Lower Decks. It's so good. I love it. It's so funny. Legends Arceus is good for me because of all the shiny Pokemon and help boost my channel a bit. Yeah, I love doing the shiny hunting in Legends Arceus. I've said this before, and I truly mean it. It's a good, like, ratio of weight to shiny. Like, it's not, like, so easy that it's like it loses its luster. It's always exciting when you get a shiny in this game, but because the odds are raised slightly, it makes it so that it is feasible every time you do a stream of a shiny hunt in this game that you will get a shiny. Like, it's not like you're going to be doing 10, 15 streams before you even get one shiny in this game. I mean, you could. It just means you have, like, the worst luck ever. I like to play through mainline games, and I like to pick my teams to play through the games. Yeah, I love when you get a new game and you're able to like pick out your team for the first time and stuff like that. That's always exciting. I always try to play with only mons from that gen, or mons I've never used before from previous gens that I don't realize are not from this new gen. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I've never heard of this Pokemon before. What's a Bruxish? Must be a new Gen 9 Pokemon, right? But yeah. I love building those new teams and figuring out which ones you want to use for the Elite Four and stuff. Shiny Inferno video got 1.6k views. Congratulations, that's awesome. GG's on that. You completely missed my first message, so my entrance is lost. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back. I might have missed it again. Where the heck is it? Oh, this is my first time here. That's funny. Alright, we'll go Agile style for this. I thought I missed your response to it, so I went back and now I'm catching up. No, yeah, that was... I just missed it, and that's my bad. Least I can say about Legend of Arceus, I love the art style and Japanese setting. Since I'm a weeb, I'm just old at Pokemon. Fair enough. No, I think that the art style is wonderful in this game. I really wish... The only thing is, like, some of the, like, frames... the FPS when you're looking at things far away is kind of, like, eh. But this game does look really, really beautiful. I know that some people don't like how stylized it is, but I really do. I like the more, you know, traditional Japanese art style. And I think that the graphics do look really good, all things considered. Although my my standards have been dropped to the floor with Scarlet Violet, so there's that. Welcome back, Sid. How are you doing? Alright, and we'll do strong style. I really do have some terrible shiny luck. Oh man, I mean, like, I definitely fluctuate. The worst shiny luck I've ever had was that freaking shiny Fletchling. Over 2,200 Masuda with shiny charm encounters. Just absolutely brutal. It was like less than a 2% chance that I have that bad of a shiny hunt. Crunchy, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. There we go. I shall now lurk and proceed to perform a Snapple check. Well, I got my Snapple right here, so enjoy yours. Let's see now. So we got to use 19 more triple arrows? That's nuts. Oh my god, why do I have to do so many of all of this? 25 Leaf Storms and 25 Leaf Blades, 40 triple arrows. I guess this one you're like expected to use all of these moves like throughout playthrough if you have it as your starter, so I guess that makes some sense, but still, that's a lot of moves. Holy cow. Especially because I have no need for this to like actually do battles for like any story mode or anything. I'm so glad you watched before. Yeah, I really need to watch more of it because I loved that show. It was so good. Thank you again for the recommendation. I don't think Scarlet and Violet are bad. I just feel like they weren't that much better than BDSP, which is saying a lot. Yeah, no, I think that the story itself is incredible. I think a lot of the terror raids, although they can be glitchy, are like the concept is really fun, and it's fun to do those raids even now, and even with some of the glitches. The story's wonderful. There's a lot of really strong character writing. I think a lot of it is incredible. I just wish they had given it more time to like get rid of some of those glitches, make it look a little bit better. If they had given it like another, even just 6 months of polish, it would have been infinitely better. Do what, you know, Tears of the Kingdom developers did, and just say, you know what, we just want to make sure that this works correctly. We're going to put off the release a little bit, so that we put out the best product possible. And they did, and it is incredible. Definitely need to, definitely would have loved to see that. Unfortunately, they are under a huge crunch at Game Freak, which I don't blame the developers at all for that. That is totally on management. But yeah, they're under a huge crunch, and it results in an unpolished, worse game. I remember when that guy came in and was like, "You want a shiny Fletchling egg?" Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I didn't count it. I mean, like obviously I accepted it and got it and stuff like that, and I still have it and all that. But I didn't count it for like finishing the shiny hunt because it felt anticlimactic. There's 16 people but only 9 likes. Oh my goodness, what a travesty. That's alright. I appreciate all of you who have liked. Thank you so much. We have hit 10 likes now, so thank you. 5 more till our like goal. I ain't staying for long. Actually, I'm leaving right now because, well, I don't know. All right, Crunchy, have a great night. Thank you so much for joining. Pokemon became too big for the current team to manage. Yeah, they need to split it into multiple dev teams and have longer development cycles. It just they need to take away the crunch. They need to be able to let the developers have enough time to make the game. I feel like they're constantly rushing to get the next game out, and it's always like, you know, I feel like for the past like 4 or 5 games at this point, it's been like, oh wow, they're already releasing a new one. All right, awesome. But like our reaction shouldn't necessarily be all right, awesome. It should be more like, we would rather you know, take 2 years before you release the next one if it means that that game is going to be, you know, have a ton of replayability moving forward and look amazing and be fun to play and that kind of stuff. Like I really would gladly give up how frequently we get new games if it meant that we could get, you know, better ones with better conditions for the developers. Well, hire more people seems like an obvious answer. It's easier said than done. Absolutely. I don't begin to pretend that I know what goes into a game, making a game, and what, you know, how difficult it is to like find people to be able to do all of this work and be able to, you know, have quality control and stuff like that. It just is like absolutely crazy amount of effort and work, and you know, it's rough. But at the same time, it's like, you know, you're a AAA company. You should be able to figure it out. Especially with Nintendo's antiquated hiring practices. No offense, Nintendo, we still love you. No, like, listen, I have a lot of respect for a lot of what Nintendo does. At the same time, you should never put all your eggs in the basket of a corporation. They're going to disappoint you at some point. Have a nice night, everyone. All right, Xavier, thank you so much for joining. Sorry we weren't able to help you out with the Let's Go trade, but I hope to see you around sometime soon again, regardless. All right, let's see. Oh, that's a big boy. Big boy. A big swine-up boy with the glowy red eyes. Blink. All right. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Way to go. Way to go, Decidueye. Doing an absolutely fantastic job. Doink. The level of quality control is ridiculous, but considering they almost lost the Donkey Kong copyright the way Universal lost the copyright to King Kong. Oh, I never knew about that. That's interesting. Definitely have to check out that article. Sounds fascinating. Ma'am. Perfect. So we've seen 3 Leaf Storms. We've seen 25 Leaf Blades, so we're good there. Triple Arrows, we need another 11. We need 4 more Strong Styles, and then we can go to Agile. Good. Bam. There we go. All came down to a lawsuit Universal had with the name Donkey Kong, but because King Kong had some issues, they lost the lawsuit. Oh, interesting. So they tried to sue Nintendo about Donkey Kong because it was like too close to King Kong, but like they lost the suit, so they didn't have the rights to King Kong anymore. That's interesting. That's why Nintendo's so fiercely protective of their intellectual property. Yeah, that's another thing where it's just like, I get it. You want to have protection over your property so you don't lose out on money and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's like the way they go about it is just like so ridiculously over the top and unnecessary. Like, you're not going to have major issues because some random teenager decided to make a fan game of a game of yours that they love. Like, it's just not gonna, it's not the way to go. Like, obviously it's well within their legal right, but I think that it makes them look worse. Alright. Last strong style. Bam. Cool beans. Oh, you know what? I should probably remove Rowlet and Dartrix from my team because they are at level 100, so it doesn't matter. So we'll go over to 1 through 30. Move you there, move you there. And then you're level 100, you're level 100. Let's get Typhlosion back on there. And then I guess Starly? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Who are 10 and 11? Interesting. Are they over in Tax Fraud, maybe? Who are 10 and 11? I have no idea. Alright, well, I guess we're starting with 12. We'll figure it out eventually. I had a living dex at some point. Don't know where it went. Sega is so free about their fans making fan games because they make most of their money on gambling machines and pachinko machines. Yeah, that's another thing. You know, if the company is like super chill with it, either they're like a smaller company who's like not as fiercely devoted to profits, or they're like, nah, we don't care. We make money in an even more scummy way. We include microtransactions, so we don't care if you steal our IP because we can put microtransactions on anything. Oh, you know what? I don't think I ever healed. I did not. Whoopsie doodles. Alright, let's go. There we go. Rest. Yes, thank you. No shinies yet? No, unfortunately not, Hayden, but that's okay. Maybe we'll get one eventually. And if not, that's okay. I've already gotten Dartrix done. Probably get Decidueye done pretty soon. Alright. So we'll continue with the arrows, which we need 11 of. This time, Agile. We're done with Strong Style. Doink. Not very effective. What do you mean, not very effective? Well, that's whatever. There we go. Honestly, it's good that we're not, like, one-shotting it, because, like, it makes it so much easier to be able to, get these, moves done without having to spend a ton of time searching for the next Pokemon. As long as we can, you know, eat their hits. Which we seem to be doing just fine. I mean, it only got, like, one attack off, and it was at, it took, like, 40 damage off of us. 42, but who's counting? Didn't do too much either. Look at that. Oh, I'm gonna turn off my fan. Here we go. Maybe we'll turn it on if I get to 1. We got the crit. Darn it. Oh well. So I'm thinking for this week's streams, we're gonna do, obviously today is Legends Arceus. Tomorrow will be Zelda. Tuesday we'll have the Emerald Chaos Lock versus with Chev, and then Wednesday we'll do Zelda again. I think that's the plan for this week, and then Thursday, Friday probably won't end up having anything, although Thursday maybe we'll do something like GeoGuessr for a little bit or something, but Friday almost definitely not going to have any streams. Go. So we've got 36 triple arrows. We need 4 more. We need to do 19 more leaf storms and 21 more agile styles. Friday GeoGuessr? Did I hear GeoGuessr? I was thinking possibly Thursday night. No guarantees, because I get back from band pretty dang late on Thursdays. Like, I probably would have only... Like, I started streaming at 11 today. I wouldn't get home until 11 from band. So, it's really just a matter of, you know, whether I am able to... if I have anything that I need to get done, if I'm, like, super duper tired, that kind of thing. But I might do a bit of a GeoGuessr on Thursday. Although I guess technically it'll bleed into Friday. My Tyranitar and Hatterene with Assault Vests. You're talking about our battle? Yeah, I've purged all of those memories from my brain for my own mental health. Good old days. Well, am I dead? No, I'm not. And there we go. This should kill. Ba-ba-da-ba. Bye-bye. I still remember that's when I first met you in your stream. Yeah, that was I was thinking about that when you were talking about how you're more of a competitive person. I was like, oh yeah, of course. The way I met Rod was through the SGL challenge. Makes sense. Very glad that you were you have decided to stick around. It's always lovely having you in here. So, even though I'm not much of a competitive player and you absolutely trounced me, I appreciate you sticking around. Alright, let's see. I guess we'll go with you. I did rest, right? And I subbed as well. Thank you so much, Rod. I really do appreciate it. I did. Okay, good. The Noble Avalog is the easiest noble boss fight in the game. It is pretty, it's not too difficult, that is for sure. I had a lot of fun with it. You can definitely get that one done, like, fast if you know what you're doing. Speaking of streamers, Rod's gained a following sub. Oh! Congratulations, Rod. I don't know if I'm subbed to you. I need to make sure. Azalea, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Lovely to see you. Hope you're doing well. Always appreciate you coming in. Okay, yeah, good. I am subscribed to you, Rod. We're all set there. All right, let's see. There we go. That's fine. Oh boy. I do content on my channel too. It's going slowly. I hope to be at 500 subs at the end of the year. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations on making some good progress. And yeah, definitely go check out Hayden's channel. Mental, if you want to post Hayden's link as well. Always happy to shout out other content creators. There we go. We gotta build each other up, and you know, make sure that everyone is, you know, a rising tide raises all ships type of thing. I'm mostly a Let's player. Yeah, that's how I started off. I did a mix of Nuzlocke and Let's Plays of random Nintendo games. And now I am a streamer Let's Player. As opposed to a video Let's Player, I guess. Let's do this. Because this is part water type. Which means it's part dead. Actually, it's all dead. Hey, thank you, Mental. Go check out Hayden's channel. Shiny Pokemon only. Oh, interesting. I like the tag. That's fun. Popping into wish luck before I go to bed. Thank you so much, Solo. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much for joining, and have a great night. Debated about the handle. It was hard to find a unique one. I got lucky that Ectric was not taken, so I also was like on top of it. The second they were like, "Hey, we can give you a custom URL," I was like, "What?" I'll take Ectric. Thank you very much. And it's very nice having it match my my name. At least in my opinion. Obviously, you don't have to have it match, and sometimes it's fun to have a different one, but personally for me, I like having it match. There you go, Hayden, and you asked me to do that while I was plunging out a porcelain. Whoops. I would have taken straight up at Mental, but was it already taken? Yeah, already taken in the first one. Let's see, I can imagine. Especially if you do something where it's like already just like a regular word. Like luckily mine is only like derivative of regular word. But yeah, if your main like thing that you're trying to do is just like a word in the English language, it's probably already taken. Hayden is epic was taken. It's a shame. Especially considering you're the real one. How dare they take your name? Doesn't make any sense because I don't know anyone else with that name on YouTube. I mean, I'm sure there's probably another one. Either that or it's like someone whose channel name is not Hayden is epic, but like their name is literally Hayden, and they're just like, yeah, we might as well call it Hayden is epic type of thing. Hey, Alpha Pokemon, no one invited you. Leave me alone. Metal Mantle is double phonetics and a double rhyme. Makes it easy to remember. Yeah, I think your channel name is very easy to remember. Don't lower my offensive stats. It's offensive to me. Alright. Missed. Do you have a favorite Pokemon character? Like human character? Or just like in general? Because I would say that probably Marnie is definitely up there. I love Marnie. Also, I'm a big fan of Ball Guy. Lily is very cute. Trying to think. Let's go strong style, just to be safe. But yeah, there's a bunch that I really like. Trying to think of some of the ones from Scarlet Violet that I really liked. Oh, I think it was just dead. Mine is Dawn. Dawn is pretty cool character. I like Dawn. May is an awesome character. Trying to think of what other ones. Like Scarlet and Violet have a lot of ones that I really liked. Clavel is hilarious. Nemona's pretty cool. Yeah, I have a bunch of Pokemon that characters that I really like. But I would say probably either like Marnie or maybe May. Maybe Clavel. Like those are like some of the top ones. It's unfortunate that the original forms of these Pokemon cannot be transferred to this game, since this accordingly is the game that started the entire chronology. Yeah, it would be kind of cool to be able to like move some of these forms to other Pokemon games, but alas, it's it's difficult to code that kind of thing sometimes. The easiest brand name to remember is Coca-Cola. It's also one of, if not the most recognizable brand name of all time. Oh, I must have missed some messages. Oh, you're talking about like the fact that it's like very phonetic. Gotcha. Yeah, I agree. Renatoya, welcome to the stream, by the way. Thank you so much for joining. No shinies yet. We're not technically trying for shinies, but we are counting just in case. But none so far. It's good they banned Last Respects. It was OP. Yeah, some of the moves in this game are like super duper OP. Because they're made for different battle style. Penny is waifu. Penny is pretty cool. She was not one of my favorite characters, but it's also, I can certainly see why she would be someone's favorite character. It's just not particularly my cup of tea as much. Melanie, again, can certainly see why she would be a fan favorite for some people, just not my cup of tea as much. What if you took the Coca-Cola handle and then they had to buy it from you? Yeah, I mean, every once in a while there'll be some story about that where, like, someone bought the domain to the name of a website that is like one of the most obvious ones that someone might type in when they're thinking of that company, and the company has to buy it off of them, that kind of thing. Speaking of May and Dawn, has anyone watched the anime episode where both girls made it to the finals of that one Pokemon contest? I do not remember those episodes. I've not watched too much of the anime, to be honest. I should, but I haven't. Who's Clavel? I only know Clive. Good point, Violet. Good point. And welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Which shinies are your favorite? My favorite shiny is 1000% Honedge. I love the like ruby red blade. It's just so cool looking. But I also really like. I'm trying to think of some other ones that I really like. I really like Grimmsnarl's shiny. That's a really cool looking one. Rayquaza is an amazing shiny. There's a few that I really like, but I would say Honedge is my favorite. Can't avoid Coca-Cola. Find Penny too boyish looking to me, I heard. I don't think that's my issue with it. It's much more just like I don't know, actually. I don't know. I just don't know what about it. It might just be the like, overly shy aspect for me. My favorite Pokemon character is Cynthia. Cynthia's a pretty cool character. I can see that. Which, doesn't bother me. She's got that shy, cozy look in design. There you go. Sometimes that's people's things. I can see myself watching hours of YouTube videos with there. Honestly, that's kind of cool. I like that thought. That is a fun idea. I would be with Dawn or Liko. Oh boy. That's not what I was necessarily referencing when I was saying it was my favorite, but I never watched much of the Pokemon anime before Horizons came with Ash. You're not a fan? You don't like Ash, is what you're saying? I can kind of see it. Like, he can sometimes be annoying, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's an anime protagonist. They're always going to be annoying in some aspect. They somehow can't make it so that they're not completely annoying. Did he say that Penny is waifu material? That is what Mental said. Yes. I'm not claiming that for myself. I'm letting Mental take the you know, the flack for that one. Espeon's your favorite shiny? Espeon's pretty cool shiny. It's definitely got like a very different color scheme than the original, so that it's got that working for it for sure. Penny is fiction. Yeah, obviously. Oh boy. Who would you say your favorite, like, fictional character in any media is? Like, if you had to pick one. I don't know that I could personally. But I feel like it would be... I'd be interested to see if you have, like, a definitive one. If you're gonna run with the argument about age... Yeah, I generally, I give people the benefit of the doubt when they're when it's, like... And especially with anime characters, like, you... they can generally be, you know, written to be, like, ambiguous, whether they're, like, adults or teenagers, stuff like that. Or at least their design is ambiguous, so, like, I generally give people the benefit of the doubt that they're, you know, talking about someone who is roughly their age, or at least a roughly their age version of this character type of thing, or they, like, identify that character as being roughly their age. Because I know that's definitely what I do. Like, I never objectively think, oh, this character is canonically 14, I usually, like, when I'm thinking of these characters, I'm like, oh, they're roughly my age. It's fine. It's you know, I generally make it. It's kind of hard for me not to make it, like, relative to myself. So I generally make internalize these characters as being, you know, similar in age. Unless they are significantly, like, they are portrayed significantly younger or significantly older. Like, obviously, I'm not thinking that, you know, that Clavel is roughly 26. Obviously, I think he's, like, you know, in his 50s or 60s or something like that. And then if you're thinking about, like, I'm trying to think, like, one of the, like, the twin characters from, like, Gen 3 who are like obviously portrayed as, like, toddlers to very young kids. I generally don't think of them as 26 either. Like if it's like at all ambiguous, I will generally give the benefit of the doubt to. But if it's not ambiguous, then I obviously don't go with that. Got the cap, got the boots, both in Hyrule Castle. Nice. That's just don't dislike Ash. She's been in every season. I got a bit tired of him since there's so many other characters like Dawn and Mary. Pokemon Horizons didn't I love it so far. Nice. Yeah, I haven't watched the new anime. I haven't watched the old anime much either. So at some point I'll probably watch them. Oh God. There we go. Whenever someone says someone is waifu material, it's most of the time an older character, not that. Yeah, that's fair. A lot of the time, waifu material is like, you know, they're like It's almost like a motherly character type of thing. Welcome back, Dazzling. Which shiny Pokemon have I seen the most often? Probably shiny Toxicroak. I've had like 3 or 4 in this game alone. That's one of my most common ones. And it's fun. It's a fun shiny. So like, no disrespect to it. I like that shiny a lot. It's just, you know, I've seen it a bunch. John, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How have you been? Hope you're doing well. Lovely to see you again. Read second to last comment. I did. Let's do that. Does stream freeze? Show an excellent connection for me. Let me know if anyone else is having troubles. Let me put it this way: waifu without kids, we'd be the crazy cat couple, or in this case, crazy Eevee couple. That's fair. That's fair. I'm being way too restrictionist on my image of what a waifu is, apparently. What is this conversation devolved into? There we go. Like, there we go. Been good. Went on a 4-day, 4-city baseball trip over Memorial Day weekend. Need to plan an East Coast trip for next year. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. Hopefully you had a good time. It sounded like so much fun. And definitely, there's some good parks on the East Coast. Obviously, I live pretty close to Fenway Park, so obviously biased with that one. And it is an absolutely gorgeous park to go to. But the new Mets one is actually kind of nice. I haven't been to the Yankees one, but I've heard that it's nice. Although it's like with the newer ones, like there's a lot less like character with them. I feel like they're like much more cookie cutter. At least that's my experience with it. And then the one in Baltimore is really nice too. Baltimore's is a really nice park. I highly recommend that one as well. Philadelphia's is decent too. Citizens Bank is not too bad. I've been to all of the ones I described except for the Yankees one. I've never been to the Yankee Stadium. Can you tell us the story when Pokemon first came out? I was just born when Pokemon first came out, so I don't know how much of a story I could give about the beginnings of Pokemon. But if you want a story of like my first time playing Pokemon, I can do that. Ever see that couple who swear off having kids and have nothing but fur babies instead? Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. The kids parody swearing off kids. Yeah, I could see that too. I'll just take Iono or Grusha, or both. Both is good. Honestly, that's fair. Completely fair. Alright, where's the Pokemon I want? That's good, tell us? Sure. So, first game that I ever played was Pokemon Emerald. I picked Torchic as my very first Pokemon. I named it Help in all caps because the professor was yelling help to save him from the Zigzagoon. And it is a Zigzagoon in Emerald, not a Poochyena like it is in Ruby and Sapphire. I played through the game fairly normally until I got to the point where I had to like go and fight, I think, my dad's gym. I could not figure out where to go after that, and so I ended up having one of my friends at like we had like a sleepover birthday party at some point, and I had him play through it some to like get me past that point in the story so I could continue, and he ended up getting me, I think, until like Fortree Gym or something, like right before Fortree Gym or something like that. And he also traded me his level 100 Crobat, a copy of it, because if you remember the original Emerald games, there was a glitch that you could do where you could duplicate the Pokemon in your party and all of the items that they held. So I eventually learned that glitch, performed it, and was able to get like 30 of like every Pokemon that I had, which was a lot of fun. But it was I was able to I basically took his level 100 Crobat and he traded it to me, and I had to basically I played basically the rest of the game using that as like my ace in the hole. But it would sometimes not listen to me. So I basically spent like the last few gyms just playing the lottery, hoping that the Pokemon would listen to me. So that's the basic story of me playing my first Pokemon game. I still have it too, which is awesome. Some of the new stadiums don't really have the gotta go see this old field vibe, but I want to try and know of all 30 by 2026. Oh wow, that's awesome. I wish you luck. That sounds like so much fun. I've got 7 in the last 2 years. That's not bad at all. That is impressive clip. Family had banned Pokemon in our household, so I didn't get into Pokemon until I owned Smash Bros. Melee. Showed my mom that Pikachu was in that game as an argument that I haven't been led to cockfighting and that I haven't become a satanic devil worshiper. That's very funny. Yeah, I was very lucky that my parents were, very very lenient in allowing me to consume whatever media that I really wanted to, and I wasn't like super interested in consuming a bunch of crazy stuff. Like I never really had much of an interest in like going to see a bunch of R-rated movies and seeing like crazy gory things or anything like that. But I did like watch Family Guy because it was funny, even at like 12 or 13. And I was allowed to like read Harry Potter if I wanted to. I was allowed to play games that there was never that whole it's going to turn you into a Satanist or anything like that kind of thing for me. You got Pokemon Silver after convincing your mom? That's awesome. Do you ever watch America's Got Talent? I've seen a little bit, Dazzling. Not too much. I kind of stopped watching it when I realized like how fake it was, but I have seen some of the performances and they're pretty good. I never played Emerald as a kid, so I played Fire Red instead. So my first time experiencing the home games was Alpha Sapphire. Oh, interesting. I honestly I feel it. What would you say is like something that you, having experienced Hoenn for the first time as Alpha Sapphire, what's something that you would consider like something significantly like different or like something that you don't like about the original Hoenn games coming from Alpha Sapphire first? Because I'm kind of curious if you like have preferences for certain things that were introduced in Alpha Sapphire that aren't in the originals. Want to stop by for my typical hi-bye. Glad to see you're still doing well and streaming multiple games. Keep it up, man. Thank you so much, John. Lovely to see you as always. Keep me updated on all of this, the fields that you go to see, the stadiums, and always lovely having you, my friend. I really appreciate it. Have a great night. Can anyone help me get a Cranidos? Trying to finish my shiny charm. I might have an extra one. I could possibly send one over. If not, someone in chat probably has. Got the whole Royal Guard set from Hyrule Castle. Nice, congratulations. They thought that a kid's game would make you fight roosters. I think it was more that it would encourage him to have roosters fight each other. Equally, equal amount of stretching, but I don't know. Doesn't surprise me, even though it does. Harry Potter was banned from my household as kids well. Yeah, that's one of the more common ones. I feel like that and like D&D and stuff like that. I feel like were ones where it was like oh, this is witchcraft. It's anti-Christian propaganda, that kind of thing. I feel like those are common ones. I don't like shows like Britain's Got Talent or America's Got Talent because they're just so fake. Yeah, I have trouble with the like they'll pull clips of audience reactions from like completely different performers and stuff like that, and the audience is like told to react a certain way, that kind of thing. It's rough for me, at least. If you can kind of like turn off that part of your brain that says that's like picking at like how real it is, you can really enjoy like the performances. Then more power to you. I just kind of, it's a little too manufactured for me. My mom always supported me, so I read all the fantasy, magic, and dragon books I can get my hands on. I actually wasn't as much into like fantasy dragon type stuff. I remember as a kid I really enjoyed the Warriors series, which was about fighting cats. So no magic involved, just sentient cats was all. More along the lines of animal abuse. They didn't want me to see me abuse animals. I mean, I guess that's fair. Like it obviously it's like a children's game, and it's not actually about animal abuse or anything like that. But at the same time, I can at least see the logic. My grandmother let me play anything so as long as it's not violent and silly as a kid. Yeah, I was my parents were pretty lenient about what I played, and I think it also helped that I didn't try to, like, I self-censored myself a lot. If there was anything where it was like even questionable, I'd be like, I don't need to play it. I don't really want to play it. I don't want to test to see if there is a line, type of thing. I don't think I could get my mom to watch Lucifer, but anything else? I mean, honestly, that's fair. If you're, like, really religious, or even, like, somewhat religious and believe in, like, you know, the devil and stuff like that, I guess, you know, watching a show specifically about the devil might be a bit far for people. Personally, it doesn't bother me, you know. I'm also not really religious. It's like in Shrek when the citizens are listening to Lord Farquaad, holding up the sign, clap, applaud. Exactly. Yeah, that's kind of how it feels. I gave 6 warrior books. I have 6 warrior books right next to me. Oh, awesome! Yeah, I have the first 3 6-book sagas on a shelf, and then I have like the first 4 of the 4th one. And I really meant to finish out the 4th one, but I accidentally bought the last 2 books of the 3rd one again. So I have to go buy the rest of the books in the 4th one. I'm also looking to get them as audiobooks so that I can listen to them, because I listen to audiobooks a lot more than I sit down and read a book nowadays. But I've binged through those books multiple times. Like the first 6 books, the first series of 6, I've probably read those books at least 5 or 6 times at this point. They're so good. I actually read them fairly recently. Within the last year. That was the first time I listened to them, and honestly, they still hold up, all things considered. At least to me. I guess it only comes to mind is lack of physical special split with IVs and natures, which is weird to me. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I don't know. It made it easier for me to just remember with the special physical split, but I definitely, like, even going back to it, having played it before, it's still like a shift in mindset to, you know, think, oh, all of these moves are physical. It doesn't matter. There are just some Pokemon that aren't good because their typing doesn't match their stats, type of stuff. She-Wolf, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. I brought She-Wolf. Aw, thank you so much, Azalea. Lovely to have you both. Hope you're doing well. We're just talking about, actually, a bunch of different topics all at once. Tried to get into Digimon behind their backs after Pokemon was banned, but then after sneaking watching it for a year, they caught on and banned that too. Yeah, I never watched Digimon. I would never really got into Digimon, but I've heard some pretty good things. I've also read Survivors and Seekers, which is the same as Warriors, but dogs and bears. I do remember that being a thing. That's by the same authors, right? I think it is. And, yeah, I remember that being a thing. I think I tried reading the first one and was like, it's not the same, and just kind of gave up on it, but I probably could give it another shot. Love to reread all the Warriors books, but it's impossible to find a complete series or sets around. I actually found them in the children's section of Barnes & Noble. I found, like, the first 4 or 5 series all in there. So you could probably, if you go to Barnes & Noble, it might be worth a shot. And Monster Rancher, etc. Gotcha. Yeah, honestly, I could imagine that if I were, you know, meeting that kind of pushback, I would continue, like, trying to find a path that was allowed that I also really enjoyed. Because I loved reading growing up. I really did. I still do like reading. I just don't have, like, the patience for, like, reading a physical book anymore, which is kind of, you know, a bit of an indictment on my attention span, but I do like audiobooks a lot. They're very nice. Barely got any sleep and was hungry, so I was a grouch. Oh, I'm sorry, Azalea. I hope that you're feeling a little bit better now. Sorry to hear that you didn't get much sleep. Especially physical attackers like Absolutes and Easel with special types. Yeah, yeah. And it's a shame, because, like, there's a lot of really cool mons where it's just, like, you're completely useless, because you can never get stab and moves that are matching your abilities. Did you happen to see the videos about Ultra Killers? I saw the notification. I didn't get to watch them yet. My bad. But I definitely will check them out because it looked interesting. I did write down Ultra Kill as a game that I could look into for doing the one and done series. So it is on my radar. I just didn't check out the videos. I was irked because I wanted in on the Pokemon craze, and I joined in just as everyone was starting to bail. Well, look at where we are now. We got a good community around the series, so I think in the end it turned out all right, even if it was frustrating, you know, getting in on it just as everyone was ending with it. So it's okay. It just hurt me when I felt ignored, but it's not your fault. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought that was me. I was like, did I ignore you? I'm so sorry. Wish I took more time to read as well. Mostly just read manga, like the nerd I am. I mean, that's fair. I actually wasn't much of like a comic book reader, and I never really got into manga or anime much as a kid. I got more into it as like a high schooler. Personally. You're fine talking about it earlier. No worries, Shield. I appreciate it. I was just making sure there wasn't something on me. Yumiko finally hit 1K. Oh, good for her. I'm so excited for her. That's awesome. She deserves it. Deserves so much more. Well, we gotta get more of us up there. That's awesome. What do you think about happen if I put my heating pad in my hot water bath? I mean, you might short out the heating pad, but I don't think, unless you're putting yourself in it also, I don't think you'll like electrocute yourself or anything. Which shiny are you trying to get? I'm not actually technically shiny hunting. I'm trying to perfect my Pokedex, which basically they give you a bunch of like random tasks to try and do for each Pokemon, and then once you finish all of those tasks, it raises the chance of them being a shiny. So I'm looking to do that for all of the Pokemon in the Pokedex so that I can get a higher shiny rate. But eventually, if I do find a shiny, obviously I'll catch it. So I'm just keeping track of whether I've caught any or not. Yeah, I would definitely Google it before you do it, but because, like, you know, don't take my advice as gospel by any means, especially when it comes to like physical safety. Oh, we need one more leaf storm. Let's go. If I ever get to 1K, I doubt it. I would like to do a 1K congratulations video. listen, you're gonna get there first of all, and second of all, that would be awesome. Would love to see it. Where my close streamer friends say congrats, and I would absolutely record something for that, my friend. I would in a heartbeat. I'll do my first stream without sunglasses. Ah, look at you go. Letting the facade drop for a second. Or just really hurting your eyes. Go. See my messages? Oh, did I miss one? Just saw her hit 1K. I just hope for me to get more subs. Yeah. Listen, you'll get there for sure. As long as you're consistent and constantly trying to, improve yourself, eventually you will find your audience. You just have to, a lot of people want to see instant success, and I know it's a common thing to say, oh, you got it. Instant success is not a thing, but it really isn't. Like, there are people who have instant success, or at least relatively instant success. They are so far and away the exception, not the rule, that you can basically ignore it. Like, it's going to take you a while to find your stride. I started doing this when I was 23. It's not like I was starting as like a kid who had like no concept of how to do to make something entertaining, or no idea how to like learn how to like edit and stuff like that. But even then, it's just like you start off and you're not that entertaining, and you're not that good at editing, and you don't have like good ideas for thumbnails and stuff like that. And it's just like you learn as you go along, and you keep on improving, and as long as you enjoy it enough that you don't want to give up, eventually you'll get to a point where it's just like you start getting a couple people who really enjoy your stuff, and they start pushing it out to the people that have similar interests to them. You start getting, the algorithm starts noticing you, and it's just it's just a matter of time before you something pops off, and you get to the point where people are starting to watch. And I'm very, very fortunate to have gotten to that point, but I've been doing this for over 3 years, and it took me until I would say maybe around last year is when I started really popping off. I think I was at like 130 at the beginning of 2022, 130 subs, and that's when I really started like seeing some exponential growth. What's your favorite shiny? Oh, I already said that. Renatoya, it's shiny Honedge. Also, what's next in the Pokedex? Cyndaquil? I could do Cyndaquil. Well, I don't have Cyndaquil on the team, but I could put it on there. I need to Ember, Quick Attack, Flame Wheel, Strong, and Agile. Okay, I can do that. Maybe if I hit X amount of likes for a 1K stream, I may even take the wig off as well as the purple dye out of my beard. Oh, look at you go! Showing the actor beneath the or I don't know about actor, but like showing the person beneath the persona. I would consider a face reveal if I hit 1K. Honestly, I didn't wait until 1K or anything like that to do a face reveal, but it did take me a while. Honestly, that's around the time when I started really popping off. It's probably coincidence more than anything else, but I definitely did start popping off a lot more once I had the face cam. I'm genuinely curious if anyone actually saw Volo coming in Pokemon Legends Arceus as the final boss. I was totally blindsided. I kind of sort of predicted it, but I also like it was also I was also just like predicting pretty much everyone as the villain, although I did kind of think that Volo would possibly be the villain. I wasn't like 100% convinced of it, but I was definitely like, I wonder if Volo was going to be the villain. And then when we got to like the end of the story, like the initial story, and he wasn't, I was like, oh, I guess I was wrong. But then when I got to the end of the post game story, I was just like, oh, I guess I was right. I'll never get used to it. Get used to what, Zelia? Seeing red every time I use... Oh, geez, I'm Zelia. I'm so sorry to hear that. I really hope you're okay. I'm very sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. I hope you start feeling better soon. Thanks for your positive Ectric. I'm 21, so I'm happy about where I'm at the moment. Hey, there you go. Yeah, you'll and listen, you can only get better. And that's not to say that you're bad now. It's just saying that you are the worst you will ever be, right at this moment, which is kind of a cool thing, in my opinion. Like, as good as I might be right now, I am not going to get worse. So I think that's pretty cool. I could be just the same at some point. I could plateau at some point, but I'm not going to drop down, I don't think. Back when my channel was more centered on League of Legends, I just begged everyone that I was in a lobby instance to sub in my channel. Then the Johnny Rookity video bolstered your subs from 1K to 3K. Yeah. I was like, actually I was less than 1K before the Johnny video. I think I was at like 900 something or something like that. I was getting close, but once the Johnny videos popped off, I quickly jumped to over 3K, which was just insane. That video is like the main reason that I have the number of subscribers I have now. I think I gained like over 50% of my subs from that video alone. Beat the like goal? Oh, thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate that. I'm so glad that you're enjoying yourself, and I hope that you will continue to do so. Let's go strike that. Oh, agile style for the ladies. Oh, the burn too. Nice. First 100 always rough. Oh, absolutely, for sure. Confident enough to use the face cam, but I don't particularly enjoy it. I mean, that's fair. Listen, if you don't want to do face cam, then you don't have to. There are plenty of people who never do face cam and are very successful. Personally, for me, I have no issue being in front of the camera. It was much more just I never really felt like I could justify buying it, but I ended up getting it for Christmas one year, back in 2021. And just was like, you know what? It's time. And it was. Can I tell you something? Sure thing, Ghost. What's up? That was when I hit 100 subs by just asking everyone, and I saw the sub, which was bold, aggressive, and probably a bit excessive. But listen, I mean, do what you got to do. I was always like of the mindset like I was a 1700s politician in that I was allergic to doing anything that could be considered like self-promotion. In the end, you kind of have to do it at some point. Like, you're not going to at the beginning, you're not going to have enough advocates for yourself to be able to have other people promote you. So you have to do it for yourself to some extent. There are ways you can do it where it's like less, less obvious, I guess, for lack of a better word. But you definitely have to do it in some instances. Let me catch up with chat real quick. Can't wait for part 3 of the race. I really want the cow. Oh, what race? To be free in my PJs. Oh, you're doing a shiny race? Guess the Kolava person isn't here today. What Kolava person? Wearing my yellow Pikachu PJ pants right now. Oh, I'm in jeans. It's a disappointment. I should not be in jeans. I should be in comfier clothes. Got 2 hours left on my shift. Good luck, Mental. You got this. Oh, chicken butt? Got it, Ghost. Got it. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Long form is the way to obtain permanent growth, but it's hard because you can make an amazing video and YouTube decides if it does well or not. Yeah, for sure. Like, long form content. I think also the fact that I started streaming regularly rather than doing long form videos actually helped me, because the long form videos I did were episodic let's plays, which are very difficult to get viewers, like people. You have to already be established to have that be successful. I feel like I feel like you all like people who like your content will watch that, and that is huge for being able to help your channel grow. But if no one's watching it, that's a whole lot of videos that the algorithm is getting the impression that no one wants to watch. It's very it's very, like, you know, difficult to convince someone to watch that much of your content without knowing you already. It happens, but it's difficult. Pink Dungeon is an excellent example of someone who doesn't use a face cam, and she's about 650 subs now. Exactly, yeah. Face cam not necessary. Gonna do the entire dex? Yes, I am, CC. I'm gonna try. And welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. I want to be a Let's Player in my life, so yeah. Yeah, I honestly, the reason I got into doing this kind of thing was I really enjoyed watching, like, the cage locks from Original 151 and United Gamer, and like the Core 4 and all that. And I started off doing stuff that was, like, similar to their style, and then I started branching out into, like, streaming a lot more, and now I kind of do my own thing, which is kind of cool. You have 20 plus wolf shirts? Dang. And it is anyways. Got it. How do you have a level 100 Cyndaquil? Because I just essentially used it for, like, collecting items and stuff, and just kept battling the Misfortune Sisters with it in my party, and used the experience share. Let's do Friendly again. There we go. You think you can force shiny when you are in the ancient retreat? To get out the next collab I want to do with you, Ectric, Donkey Kong Country Trilogy. I've never played them, so I would be down to try that. Honestly, I really would love to be able to do. Have you ever played Kingdom Hearts Mental? Because I've only played, like, a beginning of the first one. That'd be an interesting one to do, like a dual reaction to, or something like that. But I'd be interested in possibly doing some Donkey Kong. I've never played a dedicated Donkey Kong game before. You get to skip all the cutscenes of traveling back to the village and can farm outbreaks. Ah, interesting. And Switch to SNES online would allow us to play multiplayer. Oh, okay. So I actually don't have that currently. I haven't purchased that, but I could possibly get it. Zed, thank you so much for lurking. I really appreciate that. Lovely to have you as always. I should probably. Yeah. No shinies yet? No, I'm not really trying to shiny hunt, but no shinies yet. And yes, I do love Vinny's content. He's awesome. Super happy for him for hitting 1 million. Absolutely insane. I've been watching him since the first episode of the first cage lock he did with Dylan dropped. Like that day. Like I remember seeing it in my my recommended stuff and being like, "What the heck is a cage lock?" And then started watching it and was like, "Oh, this video literally came out today. Perfect." And I just started watching them as they came out, and rest was history. The reason I got into YouTube was Small Ant's No Damage Platinum Run. I remember watching that one too. Small Ant's another one that I've been watching for a long time, and definitely an inspiration as well. Thought, wow, that's something impressive. Maybe I have talent too. Jersey out on the one. Listen, I've never claimed that I have talent. I just claimed that I play video games and can sometimes be entertaining while doing so. I thought of doing a Let's Play of the OG DK Country. Nice. Yeah, I like doing Let's Plays of, like, different Nintendo games that are not Pokemon related. Oh boy. Let's go with you. I played the Kingdom Hearts spin-off titles, 358/2 days, and Dream Drop Distance. Oh, it's free with Switch Online membership? Interesting. I do have a Switch Online membership, actually. Maybe I already have access to it. I don't know. I've never tried. Thought of playing Kingdom Hearts soon. I've never played these games, but I know someone on YouTube who really loves these games, so I might do a Let's Play or stream. Oh, that's awesome. I think those are probably definitely really popular ones to do a Let's Play of. I feel like a lot of people have a lot of love for that series and would 1000% watch it. The only thing I really worry about is, like, if I was, especially when I was starting off. Now I think I've gotten to the point where I'm big enough that it's not really an issue, but back in the day, I was always, like, really worried that I would pigeonhole myself into one game too much, especially because Zelda at the beginning was what got me more of my views, so I was always, like, worried that I'd end up getting pigeonholed as, like, a Zelda YouTuber rather than a Poketuber who also does other Nintendo stuff. Because, like, as much as I like playing Zelda games, I enjoy Pokemon more. And I didn't want Zelda to be, like, the only thing that I felt like I could do because it was the only thing that people wanted to see of me. But I think I've really struck a good balance of, like, people are here and they expect to see some variety. They'll see some Pokemon, they'll see some Zelda, they'll see some random stuff like GeoGuessr or Rocket League or something like that. Like, I think that I've gotten to the point where people expect me to just do whatever the heck I want, and if you're okay with that, then I'm honestly truly thankful that you are here, because it's just like it's what I want to do, and the fact that you indulge me and allow me to play different games and never get sick of one makes it so much easier for me to be able to continue doing this. How long is the stream going to be? We'll probably go for maybe another, like, 20 minutes or so. I do need to go to bed because I have work in the morning, but go for a little while longer. I got a wolf and tiger stuffed animal with me right now. Oh, that's awesome. When I first asked my wife out, I actually used a tiger plushie, and it was one of those, like, plushies that, like, unhooked and became a small pillow. And I used some fabric paint to write, "Will you go out with me?" on it. And I put it in her locker as in the morning before she went to an AP exam in high school. So we still have it in the apartment. She named it Lionel because it's a tiger, and she wanted to bother me. But yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I like those types of plushes. Right, Plays, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Lovely to have you. Hope you're doing well. Rockruff, they ran out of Lycanroc? Is that the type of ice cream you got? Rockruffy Road? Oh, you got 2 Lycanroc plushies. Gotcha. Gotcha. Personally, I would be down to play Kingdom Hearts with you. I'm down too. We could definitely look into scheduling that. Pokemon and Kirby on my main Nintendo series I play. The only Kirby I've ever played is the Forgotten Land, the one that came out like a year ago, and I had a lot of fun with it. But I only did 5 streams because I ended up beating the game pretty quickly. But it was a lot of fun, and I definitely should play more Kirby in the future. I've just got so many games that I want to play, and it's just hard to get to them all. Especially when there are certain games where it's just like, I want to play these fairly regularly because that's what people like to watch on the stream and stuff like that. Zed, maybe you should join us for Dauntless. Oh yeah, Dauntless is a lot of fun, Zed. I highly recommend. That's adorable. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I was back in high school when we first started dating. We had been like unofficially dating for a while, so I was not worried that she was gonna say no or anything like that. But still, I wanted to do something. And the problem was, it's funny because like I had been to like significant dances in high school with like all of her best friends before I went with her, because I was like friends with like her friend group for a long while. We had been friends for a long time before we started dating, and she was in a relationship at the time, and she ended up suggesting that one of her best friends and I go to homecoming together. So we ended up going as friends and stuff like that, and had a lot of fun. I got to hang out with, you know, her entire friend group at that time, and so that was all fun and games. And then what happened was I decided, I was obviously single at the time, and for senior prom, I decided that I was going to ask out another one of her like really good friends who was a thrower with me in on the track and field team. So we ended up I ended up promposing to her friend in front of half the school, because I was in the drama club and I had one of the more main parts in the drama production. And for each year for the drama production, we would perform in front of the freshmen and the sophomores, and then in front of the juniors and seniors. And she was a junior, I was a senior. So during the junior-senior performance, after that, I came out with like some flowers and proposed on stage. So I ended up after that, my wife and I we started dating. Like after I'd already done the promposal, because we were just going as friends. There was no like, you know, we weren't gonna start dating because of that or anything like that. But I ended up starting to date my now wife. But I wasn't gonna like, you know, bail on her friend, so I ended up going to prom with my girlfriend's best friend. It was very interesting. Oh yeah, Rock Road. I forgot I said that. It's funny. Omni, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. Have you played any Tears of the Kingdom recently? I played last Wednesday, most recently. And that was on my most recent stream other than today, so last stream, yes. Do Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe when you have the chance. I have been suggested that by, I think, Dazzling as well, so I definitely want to play it at some point. Where do you find a Cyndaquil? So you can either get them in the Space-Time Distortions in, I think, either the Crimson Mirelands or I think it might be the Icelands, actually. Or you can get them in an Outbreak, or you can get one by talking to the professor after you beat the story. There are multiple ways you can get Cyndaquil. Or have it as your starter. That works too. Every time you stream PLA, you get a shiny. That is not true. I didn't get one last time I streamed either. Most of the time I stream it, I get a shiny, but that's also because usually I'm shiny hunting. You know what? Let's just call it in so we can get the perfected markers. We'll do like one or two outbreaks just to end it off to see if we get a shiny. When you said Drama Club, I thought of the anime Clannad. I've never seen Clannad. I've never heard of it either. What is it? Zed, thank you so much for lurking. I appreciate it. That was nice of her to understand why you didn't go with her. Yeah. No, she was more than understanding. She was very, very aware that she actually knew I was going to ask before I did, because apparently I kept looking over in their direction because I needed to know where her friend was to be able to start like, you know, direct the question when I did the proposal. So I kept looking over just to make sure she hadn't moved or anything like that. And apparently I kept my wife was sitting right next to to the one that I ended up proposing to, and she kept seeing me glance over, so she was like, oh, he's definitely going to do something, something stupid. Any ideas on how you get your crush to go to the school dance with you? I mean, asking helps. I in terms of like getting them to say yes, it's up to them. It like obviously, you know, you can do things to try and make them see you as something something more than just friends, or at the very least, you know, see you as a fun time to go to a dance with or something like that. But at the end of the day, it is up to them whether they say yes or not. So you just got to put yourself out there, and you know, realize that they might say no. If they say no, you can still, you know, remain friends. You can still, it doesn't mean no forever necessarily, but at the same time, it's just, you know, they have complete agency to say yes or no. And you just gotta put yourself out there, and you know, be clear that, you know, you see them as someone that you really like and might want to go to a dance with. It is the Irelands? Ah, darn it. I thought Oshawott might have been Ireland's, but you're right. I think Oshawott is Iceland's. Interestingly enough, I just got to rank 6 in the first area. I'm now speedrunning the game. Oh, I have a desire at some point to, when I first of all, I have a desire to possibly do this full time. I would love to be able to do this full time and not have to worry about also having a day job. But in lieu of that, eventually I want to be able to do a stream series where I try to learn the speedrun of every Pokemon game, or at least like every like set of games. Like I wouldn't do both Leaf Green and Fire Red as separate games. I would do Fire Red and Leaf Green as like one set. But I want to go through like learning each of the mainline Pokemon games speedruns. Almost at 1,400 encounters for Registeel. Ooh, good luck, Azalea. Clannad is a romance anime about a delinquent who's in a bad life until he meets a girl who has to repeat her year in school. That sounds awesome. I need to go. You've got my taste in anime pegged to a T, Rod. I need to watch more of these animes you suggest. Let me write it down, because I need to see it. Anime. There we go. I'm gonna check it out. We can always tell when someone is gonna do something stupid. Yeah, exactly. I also, as much as I'm like a semi-decent actor, I have no poker face when it comes to that kind of thing. Like I'm very, very, you know, what you see is what you get. Your senior prom was canceled? Oh, did you have it during COVID? Like when COVID hit? That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Went to one dance in middle school and it was awkward the whole time. Middle school dances in general are just awkward. I remember like getting absolutely like freaked out about like what, you know, when it would be appropriate to like ask the girl I liked to dance like during the dance. And it was just like just ask her to dance, you doofus. But in my mind it was like, oh, it's got to be like the perfect song and stuff like that, and you gotta make sure that it's that she's like not looking to dance with anyone else, and you need to make sure you're not like you look cool enough, so otherwise she'll definitely say no. And it's just like, just ask her to dance, especially like it's just like sometimes people just want to dance. Like people sometimes make it much more difficult than it needs to be. But also at the same time, you're a teenager and it makes sense. Like you're not like, sometimes you're just not mature enough to realize like what's going on, and you know, everything feels like a big deal when you're in the middle of it, as opposed to seeing it from a bird's eye view. I'm not gonna worry about this outbreak. They're annoying to catch, and I don't have that many sticky globs left. I didn't get my high school prom because of COVID. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Hayden. I was lucky enough that I was in grad school when it hit, and even though like it ended up facilitating my leaving. Oh, what the heck? Where's the shiny? There it is. Another Bidoof. Let's go. We did get a shiny. Let's go. Beautiful. GG's. We did in fact get our shiny at the very end. Let me update it real quick. Haha, you missed. Wasn't even looking. Also didn't get a graduation party. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, I feel super bad for people who lost, like, some of those, like, major school milestones to COVID. It just sucks. I also really feel bad for kids who, like, didn't get, like, early formative years being able to interact with other kids because of COVID. Because, like, you know, those are years, like, where you learn how to become friends with people. It's gonna have, like, long-term impacts on people, and we don't even know what's gonna happen. I never went to prom. I'm not lucky. Nobody wanted to go with me. I'm sorry to hear that, Azalea. I mean, to be fair, like, a lot of my friends actually just went, like, just by themselves, like, with a friend group and stuff like that, and it was still a lot of fun. Like, I've done that before, just going to dance just with friends to, like, hang out and stuff like that. It can still be a lot of fun, but I definitely get that, like, especially with, like, prom and stuff. Like, it's very, very focused on, like, couples and such. There's a lot of, like, social implications about having a date to prom and stuff like that, so I definitely get not wanting to go if you didn't have that. I like love stories anime and some action anime. Yeah, I like some action anime sometimes too, but I usually enjoy the character aspects of it more than the actual action itself, at least personally. We're canceled prom buddies now. Yeah, I really do feel bad for everyone who lost out on that kind of stuff. I got very lucky that I only missed out on, like, some random classes in grad school, and then my funding got cut, and I decided to graduate out with a master's. Like really, in the grand scheme of things, I was very, very lucky that not many things got seriously messed up for me because of COVID. During my graduation, I was in a car accident, so I missed, like, 3 days of important things. Oh my god, She-Wolf, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, it wasn't a dance you went with someone with. Gotcha. Sorry, I'm very behind on chat. I apologize. I'm actually glad I missed prom. Why's that, She-Wolf? When I had a crush, my crush's cousin embarrassed me around him until I told him. Yeah, it's always sucks when people are, like, mean to you about how you feel. Like, it's something that should be, like, better respected. Kids can be mean. And, like, kids also don't have the emotional maturity enough to, like, not let that bother them. So, like, obviously, like, if at this point, like, someone were, like, to come up and make fun of me for, like, how I feel, I'd just be like, it's how I feel. I don't know why you're making fun of me. And, like, it wouldn't bother me, but like, when you're like a teenager or something like that, it's you know, social alienation is, like, one of your biggest fears as a teenager, and so, like, it makes it very difficult to, like, be comfortable in who you are and that kind of thing. I was called Tubby at school, but I didn't care. I am hungry. Listen, I get that. I am fairly beefy myself. In high school, I was you know, more thin because I did a bunch of sports and stuff, but I was never, like, super skinny or anything like that. So I definitely am of the ilk of, hey, food's tasty. I like food. I look forward to my meals. Never had prom yet? Well, I loved going to prom. I actually went to 4 proms because I dated a senior as a freshman, went to her prom. I had my junior and senior prom, and then my wife was a junior when I was a senior, so I went to her senior prom. So I ended up going to 4 proms personally, and I had a blast at every single one for different reasons, but they were all fun. My favorite anime genres are slice of life, yuri, and fantasy. Yeah, I like fantasy. I like some shonen, and then I like slice of life a ton. I've never really watched any yuri, but I'm not opposed to it necessarily. Fine, Ectric just got a numb knee for the rest of my life. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, She-Wolf. I mean, of all the things that could have gone wrong, that's probably a better case scenario, but still, sucks. Because my boyfriend broke up with me the year of prom right after asking me, so school was just awkward and I didn't want to go. That makes sense. Again, very sorry to hear that, but it sounds like it was at least a little bit in the past, so there's some distance between those feelings. Droid, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Lovely to have you. We are actually just about to end off because it's about 1 in the morning for me, but I really appreciate you coming in. Would love to have you come in another time. We do a bunch of Pokemon and Zelda and Nintendo stuff, and we have a lot of fun, but I really appreciate you coming in, and we are going to go on a raid, so we'll pass you on to another stream where we can have a lot of fun, so don't go anywhere just yet, but thank you so much for coming in, Droid. I really, really appreciate that, my friend. Let's go find ourselves a raid target. Let's see. What do we think? We could go with Donkey Bon doing a Kaizo Ironmon. We haven't raided Donkey Bon in a while. Let's go with Donkey Bon.
TV and Ironmon.
All right. He was coming in, especially with the verses I'm doing with Chev. He was coming in. Oh, we got we're gonna go Donkey Bon today. We'll raid Loud Packs again at some point. Good friend of the channel. We will definitely check him out. But we're gonna go with Donkey Bon today. We got so many good people that come into the channel and deserve to get rated. It's kind of hard to choose sometimes. But we're gonna go with Donkey Bon. Thank you so much, everyone who came in today. I really hope you had a wonderful time. If you did, consider liking this stream and subscribing to the channel so you can catch every stream that we do as they come out. Regardless, though, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night, and I will see you over in Donkey Bon's chat with the hashtag ElectriCrew. Have a great night.